Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
In the previous video, we have seen how we can use percentage for comparing two quantities or more than two quantities. And we have seen that if we compare two quantities using fractions or decimals, it is bit difficult as compared to comparing two quantities using percentage. So it means comparing two quantities using percentage is convenient as compared to comparing two quantities using fraction or decimal. Now in this video we are going to see how to convert a fraction into percentage or how to convert decimal into percentage and vice versa, that is how to convert percentage into fraction or decimal, and we are going to see many questions based on this. Now let's start with this example. The question here is write 1 upon 3 as percent. So one fraction is given to us, it is 1 upon 3. We have to convert this into percent. Now what we have to do for that, we need our denominator to be 100. Then our job will be done. So let's do one thing, let's multiply this with 100 upon 100. Now what is this? Now this can be written as 1 upon 3 into 100 whole divided by 100. We can write it like this. Now see here, denominator of this fraction is 100 and what is the numerator? It is 1 upon 3 into 100. So it means it will be equal to 1 upon 3 into 100 percent. Now what is 1 upon 3 into 100? It will be 100 upon 3%. Now by simplifying this we will get 33 1 upon 3, that is 33 whole 1 upon 3%. So this is the final answer we will get from here. So what we did, we have converted 1 upon 3 as a percent. So for converting a fraction into percent, what we have to do basically, we have to get the denominator 100. And how we did here, we just multiplied the given fraction with 100 upon 100. Now this gives us 1 upon 3 into 100 upon 100. Or what we can do, we can simply write 1 upon 3 into 100%. We can do like this also. Just multiply the fraction with 100 and write percent. This will be the percentage required. Now let's consider this question. The question here is, out of 25 children in a class, 15 are girls. What is the percentage of girls? So what do you think? How should we do this now? Do we have any fraction here? Yes, we have one fraction. It is 15 upon 25, that is number of girls upon total number of children. So this fraction is representing number of girls in a class. Now what we need, we have to tell what is percentage of girls. So what we have to do for that, we need denominator to be 100. Now how we can do that? For that, let's multiply the number or the fraction we are having, which is 15 upon 25 with 100 upon 100. Now we can simplify this. 25 ones are 25, 25 fours are 100. Now this becomes 15 into 4 upon 100. Now this can be equal to, now this will be equal to 15 into 4% because here the denominator is 100. So it means this is 15 into 4, which is 60%. So it means now we can say 60% of girls in a class are. So it means we can say that girls are 60% in a class, or we can say 60% of or we can say 60% of students are girls. This is how we can convert a fraction into percentage. What else we could have done here? See here, the fraction is 15 upon 25. Now what we need denominator to be 100. So let's multiply this with 4 upon 4. We can do like this also. Now this will also give us 60 upon 100, which is equal to 60%. We could have done like this also. Or what else we can do? We can just simply multiply the given fraction with 100 and this will be percentage of the fraction. So it means this gives us 15 into 4, that is 60%. So it means we can say the final answer for this question will be 60%. Now here is one more question. The question is convert 5 upon 4 to percent. So we are having this fraction now, 5 upon. So we are having a fraction now which is 5 upon 4. We have to convert this into percent. So what we will do for that? We will multiply the given fraction into 100 and will write percent here. So now by simplifying we will get 5 into 25. Now what is 5 into 25? This is 125%. As we can see, this number here 5 upon 4 is improper fraction. Whenever we will have improper fraction, its percentage will be always greater than 100, as we got here 125%. So what we did, we just simply multiplied the given fraction with 100 and we have written percentage. We can do one more thing here. What we can do, we can make the denominator 100. For that we have to multiply the given number with 25 upon 25, because 4 into 25 will give us 100. Now this becomes 125 upon 100. Now this is basically equal to 125%. We could have done like this also. Now let's discuss this question. The question here is, if you are having a cake, can you eat 50% of a cake? Yes, we can eat 50% of a cake, because 50% means half of the cake. 50% is basically half. So it means we can eat half of a cake. Yes, it is possible. So here we can eat a part of a cake, that is possible. Now the second one here is, can you eat 100% of a cake? It means we have to eat the complete cake. Yes, that is also possible. One can eat 100% of the cake. Now the third one here is, can you eat 150% of a cake? Is it possible? If we are having a cake, can 150% of it will be a part of it? No, it's not going to be a part of it. What we can do, we can eat a part of a cake or the whole cake. But here 150% is not a part of a cake. So it means answer for this one will be no, and for the other two it will be yes. So it means percentage in which it is more than 100%. It doesn't make sense every time. It depends upon the condition that where it will make sense. Now let's consider one more example. Now the question is, can a price of an item go up by 50%? Is it possible? Yes, this is possible. Let's say price is 10 rupees of an item. This is just an example we are taking here. If the price is 10%, if it goes up by 50%, then what will be the new price? New price will be 10 plus 50% of 10. Now how we will simplify this? We will get 10 plus 50% of 10 means half of 10, that is 5. So the new price becomes 15 and it is possible. Similarly, the question here is, can a price of an item go up by 100%? Yes, this is also possible. And what about the third one here? Can a price go up? Now what about the third one here? Can a price of an item go up by 150%? Is it possible? Yes, this is also possible. Let's say the price is 10 only. The price of an item is 10 rupees. Then the new price will become 10 plus 150% of 10. So this is how we can find the new price as well. So here percentage greater than 100 makes sense. So it will always depend upon the situation. If we are taking a part of something, it can't be more than 100%. In that case, percentage written more than 100 will not make any sense, but here in this case it makes sense. In this video, till now we have learned how to convert a fraction to a percentage. Now suppose if a decimal is given to us, can we convert it into a percentage? Let's see how we can do that. So suppose we are having this example now. The question here is, convert the given decimals to percents. So the first one here is 0.75. So here we are having 0.75. We have to convert this to percents. So how we can do that? First, can we convert this into fraction? And then we know how to convert a fraction into percent. Okay, so let's do it. Let's write fractional representation of this decimal. So it will be 75 upon 100. Now we know if in a fraction denominator is 100, then the numerator is the percent. So this will be equal to 75%. So this is how we have converted a decimal to percent. So what we did, first we have converted this into fraction and then we have used the method for converting a fraction to percent. Now let's see the B part of the question. It is 0.09. Now again fractional representation of 0.09 will be 9 upon 100. So this means this is equal to 9%. Now the next one here is 0.2. What we can do, we can write it as 0.20 as well. Because 0.2 or 0.20000, we can put any number of zeros after 2. It is the same number. So now the fractional representation of this number will be 20 upon 100. Now this will be equal to 20%. So this is how we can convert a decimal to percent. First we have to convert it into a fraction and then from fraction to percent. Now let's see few more questions on this conversion. So here what we have to do, we have to convert the following to percents. So here the first one is 12 upon 16. We have to convert this into a percent. So what we will do for that, we can simply multiply this with 100 and we'll put percentage sign here. So now this becomes 12 upon 16 into 100%. Now by simplifying what we will get, we can simplify this. 4 4s are 16, 4 3s are 12 and 4 1s are 4. 4 into 25 gives us 100. Now this is nothing but 3 into 25%. And what is 3 into 25? That is 75%. So it means 12 upon 16 is equal to 75%. Now let's see the B part of the question. It is a decimal here, 3.5. So what we have to do for this, we can write this 3.5 as 3.50 as well. So what we did, we just put one 0 after 5. In fact, we can put any number of zeros after 5. Why we have put only one 0? Because we need our denominator to be 100. So now we are having two numbers after the decimal point. So it means when we will convert this into a fraction, the denominator will be 100. So this is equal to 350 upon 100. Now this is nothing but 350%. Now the next one here is again a fraction, which is 49 upon 50. So what we have to do? We have to again convert this into a percent. So we are having 49 upon 50. Now for converting a fraction to percent, what we need? We have to make the denominator 100, or we can simply multiply this with 100. So let's try to make denominator 100 this time. So it will be 49 upon 50 into 2 upon 2. Why we have multiplied this with 2 upon 2? Because we know 50 into 2 will give us 100. So now this becomes 49 into 2, this is 98 upon 50 into 2, and that is 100. Now as we know, if in a fraction denominator is 100, then the numerator will represent the percentage. So it is nothing but 98%. Now the next part, it's again a fraction here. It is 2 upon 2. We have to convert this into a percent. Let's multiply this with 100, and this is percentage. Now 2 upon 2 into 100%. Now this is equal to, we can cancel this 2 with this 2. Now this is nothing but 100%. 2 upon 2 was 1 only. We know that 2 upon 2, it is 1. So it means a number 1 represents 100%. And the next part here is a decimal, which is 0.05. Now we have to convert this into a percent. So we are having 0.05. What will be fractional representation of this number? It will be 5 upon 100. We just removed the decimal and we have to put 1 in the denominator, and we have to put as many zeros as number of digits we are having after decimal point. And here we had 2 digits after the decimal point, so we have put 2 zeros here with 1. So now this is equal to 5%. As we know, if in a fraction denominator is 100, numerator will be representing the percentage. So this is nothing but 5%. So 0.05 is representing 5%. So this is how we can make conversion from fraction to percentage or from decimal to percentage. Now let's try this question. The question here is, out of 32 students, 8 are absent. What percent of the students are absent? So now what we need for this? First we have to find a fraction for this. So how we can find fraction? As we can see here, out of 32 students, 8 are absent. So the fractional representation of this statement will be 8 upon 32. That is number of absentees upon total number of students. Now we have to convert this into a percent. So what we can do for that? We can simply multiply the fraction with 100, and this is the percentage. Now we have to simplify this. 8 ones are 8, 8 fours are 32. Now 4 ones are 4, 4 into 25 gives us 100. So now finally we are having from here 25%. So it means percentage of student who are absent is 25%, or we can say 25% of students are absent. We can write it like this: 25% of students are absent. Now here is the next question. There are 25 radios, 16 of them are out of order. What percent of radios are out of order? So first let's find what fraction of radios are out of order. So it means it will be like this: fraction of radios which are out of order. it will be 16 upon 25, as 16 out of 25 radios are out of order. So it will be 16 upon 25. Now we have to convert this 16 upon 25 into percentage. So what we will do for that? We will multiply 16 upon 25 with 100. Now this is the percentage. Now this will be equal to, first let's simplify this. 25 ones are 25, 25 fours are 100. Now 16 into 4, this will be 64. So this is 64%. So it means we can say that 64% of radios are out of order. Now here is the next question. The question here is, a shop has 500 parts, out of which 5 are defective. We have to tell what percent are defective. So first let's find the fraction of defective parts. So it will be 5 upon 500, that is number of parts which are defective upon total number of parts. So it will be 5 upon 500. This is the fractional representation of defective parts. Now we have to convert this into percentage. So what we will do for that? We will just simply multiply this with 100 and this is the percentage. Now we can simplify this. 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5. So here what we are getting 1%. So it means we can say that 1% are defective. On 1% or 1% of total parts are defective. We can write it like this: 1% of the parts are defective. Now the next question is, there are 120 voters, 90 of them voted yes. So 90 out of 120 voters voted yes. What percent voted yes? So first let's find a fraction which shows percent. Now the fractional representation of this statement will be 90 upon 120, that is 90 out of 120 voters voted yes. Now we have to find fractional representation. Now we have to find percentage of this. For that we can simply multiply this with 100 and this is the percentage. Now we can simplify this. 9, 3 3s are 9 and 3 4s are 12. So 4 will come here. Now it is 3 upon 4 into 100. 4 ones are 4. 4 into 25 gives us 100. So now it means what we are getting from here is 3 into 25%. Now this is nothing but 75%. So it means we can say 75% voted yes. We can write like this: 75% of voters voted yes. So till now we have seen how to convert fraction into percent and how to convert decimal into percent, and we have seen few examples on it. Now we are going to learn how to convert a percentage into fraction and decimal. So let's start with an example. So we have to complete this table here. Try to observe here. 1% is written as 1 upon 100 as a fraction, and we know 1 upon 100 means 0.01, and 10% is 10 upon 100. So what we are doing basically, we are just removing the percentage sign and we are putting 100 in the denominator. So as we have seen that percentage is nothing but numerator of a fraction whose denominator is 100. So it means x% will be equal to x upon 100. That is, percentage is always numerator of a fraction whose denominator is 100. So it becomes x upon 100 here in this case. Now suppose the next one here is 25%. So 25% will be nothing but 25 upon 100. Now we can simplify this further. 25 ones are 25, 25 fours are 100. So this is nothing but 1 upon 4. And the next one is 50%. So it will be 50 upon 100. We just have to remove the percentage sign and we have to put the 100 in the denominator. Now 50 upon 100, this is nothing but 1 upon 2. And the next one here is 90 upon 100. This will be 9 upon 10. And then we are having 125 upon 100. Now can we simplify this? Yes, we can simplify this. So 125 upon 100. This can be cancelled out with 25. 25 fours are 100, 25 fives are 125. So here it will be 5. So now this can be written as 5 upon 4. So this is nothing but 5 upon 4. Now see the next one, it is 250%. 250% means 250 upon 100. Now we can simplify this. We will get 5 upon 2. So this is nothing but 5 upon 2. Now let's see the decimal representation of these percentages. First what we did, we have converted percentage into fractions. Now we know how to convert fraction into decimals. So let's see it. The first one here is 1 upon 100. So this became 0.01 and the next one is 1 upon 10. So this is 0.1 or 0.10. And now we are having 25 upon 100. So this will be 0.25. And the next one is 50 upon 100. So this will be 0.5 or 0.50. They are same only. And the next one is 90 upon 100. So this will be 0.9 or 0.90. And then we have 125 upon 100. Now we are having 125 upon 100. Now its decimal will be 1.25. We just have to check how many zeros we are having in the denominator. And then according to that we have to put the decimal point here in the numerator. So we are having 2 zeros here. So we left 2 digits from right and then we will put a decimal point here. So the decimal number for 125% will be 1.25. And the next one here is 250% and the fractional representation was 250 upon 100. So this is nothing but 2.50. We have 250 upon 100. Now we are having 2 zeros in the denominator. So it means we have to skip 2 digits from right and we have to put the decimal here. So this will be 2.50. So this is how we can convert percentage into fraction and decimal.